Oh, well, they should vaccine so they're not gonna get sick. They're gonna get the COVID.
Meanwhile, 16-year-old Andrew Wang of Barragata also received his first dose of the Pfizer vaccine. The sophomore student said he got vaccinated because his peers influenced him to do so.
I just, school pressure, the peer pressure, they all take it.
The Department of Public Health and Social Services, in collaboration with DICID Guam, held a COVID-19 vaccination outreach at the Barragata Mayor's Office. DPHS's Public Information Officer Janela Carrera said the clinic operated well and the department plans to hold another vaccination outreach.
And we had services with ASL, with the visually impaired, and it was also open to the general public, so no one was turned away. And I think it turned out pretty successful. So we're already talking about the possibility of coming back here in about 3 to 4 weeks so that we can accommodate those that would be due for dose 2. And also because, this is sort of not a pilot, but sort of our first test run for the disabilities community, and they're kind of hearing about it. I think it kind of just opens up that door and generates that interest within that community, and I think they want to come back. Or they're more interested now, and I think coming back here in that 3 to 4 week time frame gives them that second opportunity to come here and get their vaccines.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, again.
The Guam Visitors Bureau says Korea is ramping up vaccinations for its population and has also lifted quarantine for returning residents who are fully vaccinated. The developments are expected to pave the way for international travel by Korean tourists. GVB is looking to cash in on the pent-up demand, but President Carl Gutierrez says they're still waiting on vaccination program approval from public health.
Korea seems to be the ones we're looking at right now to start flying in vaccinated tourists, because they want to come here, and we're trying to set the protocol of how to accept and validate those vaccinations. But they're ready to come, and Jeju Air and others are already planning to start sending their planes in loaded with vaccinated tourists from Korea.
GVB has said they expect the Korean arrivals to begin in August. And stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
Social distancing may be the new norm, but connection will always be our tradition. Through good times and tough times, we remain connected with you. Masks may be the new fashion, but protection will always be our style. You can always count on us to protect the things that matter the most. Sanitizing may be the new routine, but caring will always be our practice. We care about your loved ones and the things you value the most. And as we welcome our new normal, one thing remains certain: we will always be here for you. We're open and ready to serve you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
Jet, toss me the Frisbee.
I could do you one better, with cheddar. Everything's better with cheddar, like my new 2 for $5 cheddar biscuit breakfast sandwiches with cheddar baked right in, only at Jack in the Box.
Half a day. As we look ahead to a brighter tomorrow, Matson's commitment to Guam and Micronesia remains stronger than ever. While the world around us is ever changing, what remains unchanged is our commitment to you, our customers, and the island communities we serve. Shipping is what we do best, and serving our community is at the heart of everything we do. But we don't do it alone. This is why we support organizations that make caring for the people and the environment a top priority. We know that many count on Matson's lifeline services in the Pacific, and that's why we continue to work hard to ensure that our shipments remain on time all the time. Matson recently added another Aloha-class vessel to our schedule. We now have 2 of Matson's largest and fastest ships serving Guam from the U.S. West Coast and Hawaii. With our new state-of-the-art vessels, we stand ready to support the region's economic recovery. Thank you for the privilege of serving you for the last 25 years, and you can count on Matson to be here for the next 25 years and beyond.
There will come a time when people talk about how Hyundai makes the best car on the road. Now seems about right. The technologically advanced Hyundai Elantra is the 2021 North American Car of the Year.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
For nearly 3 years of not being accredited, the Guam Memorial Hospital Authority is pursuing the process of accreditation through the Center for Improvement in Healthcare Quality. KUAM's Isaiah Uggan has this report.
According to a news release, the Guam Memorial Hospital Authority lost its accreditation in 2018. However, the new GMHA administration made a commitment to regaining accreditation and will continue to provide the people of our island the health care they deserve. Through the hard work of their staff, infrastructure investments, recruitment efforts, and other resource devotion, GMHA is ready to move forward with applying for accreditation once more. Being accredited is an additional stamp of approval, meaning that the hospital meets federal standards for health care. Currently, they are certified by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. There were 3 main accrediting contenders evaluated as part of the GMHA process: DNV, the Joint Commission, and the Center for Improvement in Healthcare Quality. CIHQ's accreditation most closely resembles and aligns with the standard and conditions of participation of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. GMHA is excited and confident in the accrediting organization it has chosen, CIHQ, as it has been granted by HHS the maximum deeming authority, length of 6 years. In an interview with KUAM News, Danielle Maglunia, the Administrator of Quality, Patient Safety, and Regulatory Compliance of GMHA, explains the importance of getting accredited.
So accreditation is a voluntary step. The hospital does not have to achieve accreditation. However, we would like to do this to show our community, prove to them on top of the CMS certification that we give great care here at the hospital. We do meet standard of care, and we work really hard for them and for their health.
She adds that they are working to turn in the application to CIHQ by March of next year. Sometime within 4 months of the application being submitted, GMHA expects their first survey. The survey occurs within 5 business days. GMHA was previously accredited by the Joint Commission, but that accrediting organization continues to deal with issues as it relates to CMS compliance and deeming authority. Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusi Isaiah Uggan.
The Department of Corrections was on the hot seat today as budget hearings continued at the legislature. The perennial problem of a lack of officers continues to plague DOC. Under questioning from Senator Tony Atta, Corrections Director Joe Carbolito says it's a tough job under tough conditions, as it's a revolving door of hirings and resignations.
We continue to lose officers, so every time we lose officers, we submit GG1s. That's why those vacancies continue to open up.
I understand, but the commitment from the governor was that whatever DOC needs, DOC is going to get. So I'm just kind of taken back that you submitted and it's on hold now for 30 additional officers, knowing that you guys have a shortfall of officers that is making your overtime a third of what your overall budget is, and you're wearing your guys out constantly because there's no replacements for them.
I've been assured by the governor that that is one of the priorities, is to fund the vacancies that we do have.
DOC currently has less than 190 total officers. It has identified a shortfall of 55. The Guam Department of Education is looking to enforce a new grading system, but it's not something students aren't already familiar with. Tyler Matsanani has our next story.
The current grading system that the Guam Department of Education is using was part of their COVID policies that were adopted last school year. As Deputy Superintendent Joe Sanchez explains, the new tier grading system was put in place in order to give more flexibility to both students and teachers with regards to how students would be assessed and how grades would be administered.
Number one, a big reason is it's actually directly aligned to our standards. So when we're able to identify the specific standards students are supposed to be graded on, as opposed to just giving an assignment, what we're doing is really giving more information to both the student and to the parents when they get the grades.
The tier system works off of 4 levels. 4 being advanced, 3 achieving the standard, 2 approaching the standard, and 1 needing additional assistance. GDOE Interim Michelle Franquez explains how this new grading scale will focus more on students' academic skills and how well they completed a task, as opposed to the traditional grading scale, which looks more at whether or not a student completed the task at all. But if students are no longer required to turn in work on deadlines, how will the department ensure that they'll still be held accountable and won't abuse the system?
We also covered the idea of a citizenship grade, which also covers, punctuality, their ability to submit work in a timely basis. That's another aspect. But again, that doesn't affect them academically.
There may be a separation between academics and citizenship, but as Franquez frames it, they'll still go hand in hand.
If you have a student who is in a club or organization or is a student athlete, they can't afford to get a U at any time, even if it's a progress report, or they won't be able to play.
But what about students that aren't involved in sports or organizations? According to Sanchez, students will still have to turn in enough assignments in order for teachers to make proper assessments. But in terms of deadlines, that's something that will go towards their citizenship grade.
So with our tiered system is we're actually defining what goes into citizenship. So we're saying, hey, punctuality goes into citizenship. Turning in your work on time and complete goes into citizenship. Making sure that you follow the rules goes into citizenship. Your ability to work together cooperatively with your classmates goes into citizenship.
It's still in the input stages, but this new grading system has been in the works for years now. And come next school year, it may be the new GDOE standard. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
This morning on the lawn of Adaloop, 11 individuals from the Guam Department of Agriculture, Forestry, and Soil Resources Division took the oath of office as wildland fire enforcement officers. Division Chief Christine Camacho, Fajaran.
With the revised arson law, fire danger rating signs, fact sheets, social media, place-based education, and curriculum, the hazardous fuels work, we are at a pivotal moment in which change is right around the corner. Today marks the moment of re-recognizing your wildland firefighters, your Forestry and Soil Resources Division team, and their work to conserve, protect, and enhance Guam's vegetative environment and sustain the natural resources which are dependent on healthy forests. Today, we finally recognize the role your forestry team has with regard to public safety and protection for our natural resources and community. It puts in motion other important events yet to come.
Joining Fajaran in taking the oath were Rudy Estoy Jr., Patrick Kanga, Carlo Andre Medina, Christopher John Carino, Cullen Salil, Bruno Cases, Albert Lujan, Paul David Cabana, Johnny San Nicolas, and Robert Alexander. Coming up, Dave Delgado has a recap of local sports action. And still to come, we launch a new series highlighting island businesses who are Guam Safe certified and hold the World Travel and Tourism Council Safe Travel stamp. Keep it here.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
We're one of 8 U.S. regional fishery councils established under the Magnuson-Stevens Act. The council uses the best available science and local knowledge to develop fishery management plans for over 1.7 million square miles of our productive Pacific waters.
We worked with local scientists and managers to develop an app that captures detailed fishery data.
Accurate catch data from the fishing community are needed to sustain fish populations.
Take a proactive role in fishery management.
The power of data is in our hands.
gonna look a little different in here. Your favorite spot might not be exactly where it used to be. Being next in line might feel a little less like next in line. And our smiles might come with a little extra shine. But McDonald's is ready to take your order as safely as we can.
KUAM News, in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau, brings you the Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase. Look out for this powerful symbol for visitors, island residents, and industry workers alike, as it represents establishments with a consistent global commitment to safety practices. Stamped with approval by the Guam Visitors Bureau and the World Travel Tourism Council. Every Monday on KUAM News will feature a different local business who's taken the Safe Guam and Safe Travels pledge to maintain health and safety standards to get Guam back on track. Log on to visitguam.com to see how your business can receive the designation, what businesses in our community are Guam Safe certified, and have the WTTC Safe Travel certified.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. Tonight on this show, we catch up with Irie Fitzgerald, who's out in Hawaii preparing for the USA Surfing Championships to be held in California. Check it out.
When I got the news, I recently just came back from a trip from California. I was really happy because before COVID, I was actually selected to be in the finals because I was top 5. But since COVID happened, they couldn't hold the competition. So I never got the chance to do it last year. But I'm just very happy that I got selected again and I have the opportunity to try it.
Irie plans on leaving Hawaii on the 13th with the competition scheduled for the 19th through the 20th. Fitzgerald will be training with one of her coaches from California, Ryan Simmons.
Me and my dad would do heat strategies like competition, practicing, and like pretending like I am in a competition for like 15 minutes out there and just work on things that I never got the time to work on, like new tricks and things that I had problems with. It just helped a lot, actually. I feel like COVID made me progress, and that's what helped me in these recent competitions.
She will be representing the island in the shortboard contest for U18 female surfers. There will be participants from the West Coast, East Coast, and Hawaii. This year's event will be held at Trestles Beach in California.
Trestles is probably one of the best waves in California, in my perspective, for like competitive and like shortboarding waves. It's a split peak, so it breaks both directions. It'll break in the middle and go both ways, and it's a really long wave, and it can be like as good as a wave pool. That's how amazing it is there. And it's pretty much like a breeding ground for professional surfers. That's how great that wave is.
Most of the girls in the competition compete in junior pro events and QS 1000 events.
Saying that I was selected to be in the USA Championships is already a big deal, and me competing against girls that are in a higher level will definitely get my name out. And it just goes to show that I feel that they can, Hawaii's organization saw that I progressed in my surfing, and hopefully I can show people over by the competition how well I can surf.
Irie is thankful for her sponsors and most especially her parents who have supported her throughout her young career.
Without my parents, I probably wouldn't even be here today. It all started with me telling them that I enjoyed surfing, and they dedicated everything about their life to just give me the opportunity to go surf, and I appreciate that so much.
Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
only gets better with more. Customize and save with the fastest internet speeds in the Marianas by adding mobile, phone, and TV to your bundle with Business Bundles Plus. Docomo Pacific Business. Work better together.
Bun, mayo, chicken pickle, bun.
Bun, pickle,
Blasphemy!
No bun.
The Naked Chicken Chalupa, only at Taco Bell.
Half a day.
Hi,
That will be $20, please.
I forgot my Mobile Smiles Driver's Rewards card.
No worries. You can now use your registered mobile number to earn points.
Can I use my mobile number to redeem rewards?
Sure. Just show us your photo ID or driver's license.
That's easy.
Welcome back. Tonight we kick off a new series that airs every Monday highlighting some of the island's businesses who are Guam Safe certified by the Guam Visitors Bureau and have the World Travel and Tourism Council Safe Travel stamp.
Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau. Guam Safe Certified is the official local designation which identifies establishments that have the utmost compliance, care, and pride in following government health and safety guidelines. The World Travel and Tourism Council created the world's first ever global safety and hygiene stamp. The specially designed Safe Travel stamp enables travelers to recognize destinations around the world that have adopted health and hygiene global standardized protocols. Overseeing the implementation of these protocols on island is the Guam Visitors Bureau. Atkins Kroll Inc. Business Development Director Ernie Galito explains why it was important to follow safety protocols, not only for customers, but for their employees.
Our business doesn't run by itself. It runs on the integrity and the safety of our employees. So we want to make sure that our employees have a safe work environment. So our customers are important too, because we can't run a business without our customers. We want to make sure they feel very safe and confident that we've taken all the measures to become safe for their shopping pleasure. It's important for us to become safety protocol with the WTTC as well as with GVB because we support the restart of tourism, and we want to make sure our tourists know that we've taken all the precautions for their safety when they come to visit us here on Guam. We want to show that it's not only the tourism corridor that takes safety measures, but every place where customers go or tourists go or residents go, they're going to feel safe. And that's why we support this endeavor.
And to ensure the safety, AK is taking the necessary steps.
We've taken our cues from CDC as well as other safety organizations, including DPHSS, to make sure that we follow all the safety protocols. For example, we make sure that people have ample places for them to sanitize themselves. We've taken great steps in sanitizing all the public surfaces where customers and employees may touch. So we're taking those protocols to make sure that everybody's safe regarding our environs here and also our test drives in our cars.
Galito, like many businesses, are looking forward to the island getting back on its feet.
We're very excited that the opening of tourism is going to come soon. A lot of our residents, of course, many of our customers who lost their jobs due to the shutdown of tourism during COVID, we're excited that they'll be able to come back to Guam, come back to work, and it's good for Guam and it's good for everybody. So we're excited that the hotel industry will be back on its feet again, and we're looking forward to welcoming many tourists to come to our island.
For complete lists of Guam Safe Certified and WTTC Safe Travel Certified businesses, or if you would like to know more on how to receive such certification, you can log on to visitguam.com now. Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
We are now 7 days into the 6th month of the year, so that's a perfect time to say happy birthday a weekend to June to Logan. Wishing you a lucky 7-year birthday and many more blessings to come. We miss and love you so much, Logan. You're getting your birthday shout out from Grandma and Grandpa Regis and Nino John Jr. Happy birthday to a member of our family too, the one and only Mr. Everything, Andy Wheeler. Andy, we hope you have a fantastic birthday. And happy belated birthday wishes going to Mackenzie Santos, who was born on June the 5th. Happy birthday, Kenzie, from your family. And Frankie William Pareto Blas is getting a belated birthday shout out. Frankie was born on the 6th. Happy 17th birthday to my Magas on this special day, son Please know that no matter how old you are, you will always be my baby. Perfect shout out, perfect Guamanians, perfect day to have a birthday. And if you were born today, it's yours. And that is why we celebrate you.
And that's going to do it for us here on Primetime. Thank you for watching. Have a good night and be safe.